Street analyst, no weed cannabis. Police analyst, master's degree, keep it lit like a candlestick. Manage the damaging.
This is the Portuguese cannon. And we have the English cannon. What they used to do before, they used to put the cannonball in here and the gunpowder there and the fire. And before it has a trigger, but right now it's not incomplete. So it could throw for 200 meters, but it was not exploding. It was smashing the boat and makes a hole and the boat sink. So the Portuguese one is long in shape but it's a short range, 200 meters. And the English one is long in shape but it's a long range, is 300 meters.
Ah, okay.
So now we're going to go inside the fort. Come with me.
Yes, sir. Please lead the way.
Yeah, it was carved 70% and 30% was built using stone, lime, and clay. And the way it was carved in the shape of a human being. As you can see, the two arms in here, the two ribs in here, the two legs here, and one head. The left arm is that one over there, and the ribs is there, and far end there's a leg. The right arm is on the other side, the right rib, the right leg. It's that one, and far end there's a leg. The intention of them to carve used to be a military base for the project in 1593. And they have chosen this place because of two reasons. The first reason, this place is high, and the second reason on the left is a channel of the ship to dock in and to sail. And why did they call it for Jesus? They call it for Jesus because those who carved were the Roman Catholic. So to praise the name of the Lord, that's why they call it for Jesus. In Swahili, Ngome ya Yesu. So my dear guests, that's his only introduction. Let's go up to there for more information. Oman Arabs, that was during 9th and 10th century, selling with their boat from where they are from, importing a lot of dry fish and exporting from here a lot of elephant tusks to Arabian countries. They kept on coming, following the monsoon wind. But when the Oman Arabs were here, the problem was the language. The people from here, they could not speak the Arabian language. And the Arabian people, they could not speak the language of the local. So they had to create Swahili language. And on top of that, there was an intermarriage between the Oman Arabs and the local people. So they kept on coming, importing a lot of dry fish and exporting from here a lot of elephant tusks following the monsoon wind. Up to 1498, is when, on top of that, there was an intermarriage. And then 1498 is when the Portuguese, when they came. But it was not the intention of them to come in here. They lost their way. They were to sell to India to go and buy spices. When they arrived here, they found the Oman Arabs. They had no good communication with them. They stayed not for too long. They stayed for a couple of weeks. Later, their leader, Vasco da Gama, he decided to sail far north, a place called Malindi. From here to Malindi is 120 kilometers. In Malindi, the Portuguese were warmly welcomed by the people of Malindi. After they have stayed there for quite a number of time, their leader, Vasco da Gama, he found one of the Indian navigators. His name was called Abdul Majid. Abdul Majid is the one who showed Vasco da Gama the way to India. But before he left, he built a pillar. Even if you go today to Malindi, you will find the Vasco da Gama pillar. After he was done with the pillar, he left to India with few of the Portuguese people. And the other people, the other Portuguese, they came back this way. That was 1593. Those are the ones who started to carve. 70% was carved and 30% was built using coral stone, lime and clay. Before they finished to carve, the Oman Arabs, they got attracted, they want to come in, and the Portuguese said no. Then there was a war between the Oman Arabs and the Portuguese. Lucky enough, the Portuguese, you won the war, they had to stay longer.
I have a quick question. Why is it lucky enough that the Portuguese won when both of them are bad to the black Africans?
Yeah, because they were...
They're both terrible.
That's a good question anyway.
Yeah.
It's because they were in a big number of the soldiers, and on top of that, they are the very good people by that time for the war. That's why they won. And they have a lot of emirates. So then the Portuguese won the war. They had to stay here for 130 years. By then, they were mistreating the local and they were mistreating the Oman Arabs for all that long. Later, 1661, Oman Arabs decided to sail from here to their country, Oman country, to their Sultan, to go and look for military assistance and ammunition. They stayed there for 30 good years and they undergo the training for all that long. They come back here again, 1696. When they came back in here, they feared to attack the fort. They had to stay for a couple of years. Later, they made a siege of 2 years and 9 months, and nobody was to come in, nobody was to go out. The Portuguese, they died in here because of starvation, and also there was a disease, which was called plague. So they kept on dying. After a couple of years, the Oman Arab decided to come in full armed When they came in, they found only 12 guys. First, they killed their captain, who was living in that room. And after that, everything was under the hands of the Oman Arabs in 1698, and that's the time when they started about the slave trade. Take over the slave from here, from East Africa. They were all taken to the main market in Zanzibar. After Zanzibar, they were all taken to Oman country. And the slave from West Africa, they were taken to United States of America and Brazil.
And Caribbean as well too.
Yeah, in the Caribbean, yeah. So in Brazil, we have a very big sugarcane plantation. Even sometimes the Kenyan, when we are running out of sugar, our government import from Brazil. So they kept on doing that kind of business for quite a number of time. Up to 18th century is when the English people, when they came in. When they came in, they joined them to do this kind of business with them, but not for too long, for a couple of years. Later, their leader was called William Wilberforce. He's the one who abolished the slave trade. After that, everything was under the hands of the English people, and they ruled this country under the directive of the Oman Sultan, was in Zanzibar. 1895, the English people, they decided to change this place to be a prison. 1960, it was a museum under the hands of the English people. 1963, Kenya, we got independence. We had the first president, Jomo Kenyatta. He ruled this country for 15 good years, and he died in 1978.
Great man.
22nd of August.
Yes.
Then we had a second president, Moi, passed away for 24 years. He was a president. He passed away last year, February. Then we had a third president, Kibaki, for 10 years, still alive. Now we have Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the first term done. Next year we're going to have an election. So my dear guests, we're going to walk with you and we'll show you the places, and I will allow questions, but not concerning any politics and not concerning any religion. Come with me. Saint was carved, Saint was built. So how do you see the walls? Are they carved or they built? They're carved.
Okay.
And they only there's a room where by that time they used to keep all the ammunition, but right now it's empty. So my dear guests, I allow you to go down there, take pictures, but not to spend a lot of time. And then we come back so that we can proceed on with our tour. So that's a posh area where the big man people where they live.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's called Nyali.
Oh yes. Yes. By the beach.
Yes. So that is a navigation line.
Ah.
And this is a frangipani. It's growing a lot in South America.
Okay.
So the Oman Arabs, they used to mix with other stuff and make a perfume like during that day.
Ah.
If you walk to the beach, maybe you walk.
Very beautiful.
Yes. Take your time.
Either try to access the southern channel or the northern channel. So that's why we have the passport automatic on the shorter one and the English one. Now these apartments here are called the royal apartments, and then the first president of Kenya used to stay in that green fence building.
We moved from Zanzibar, and from our broken mosque, the name of the mosque was called Baitul Mal. Later the Sultan ordered to be brought here as a present for the fort. So the flowers that symbolize that love and peace. The chain symbolizes the unite of the Muslim. And we have here the 5 pillars. The first one, none to be worshipped except Allah and Muhammad the Prophet. And the second one is to pray 5 times in a day. The third is to help the poor. The fourth, every 1 month of Ramadan fasting. The fifth, once in a lifetime, if you have money, you fly to Mecca. If not, you don't have the money, you can do the 4.
Nice. All right, so as we can see, right now we're taking a look at some of the artifacts that exist within the museum. I think it's very interesting. Very good overview of the history of Mombasa and the Oman Empire, and also how the Portuguese played a role. I think with that being the case, it should be always stated that the Berlin Conference indeed played a heavy role in certain things being done on the continent. And also from a historical viewpoint, they kept slaves that went to America, slaves that went to the Caribbean, and slaves that went to Brazil and South America and all throughout. So that's an important component to always remember and keep in mind. So from a historical outlook, this is Mombasa. All right, so as we can see, the beauty right now. So there's pain and hurt and sorrow here where we're currently at. We're right now in Mombasa, and we're at the Fort Jesus camp. As you can see over here, you see the cannons over there, the water over there. And it's just, it's just a shame when you think of the history of blacks all over Africa and also across the world. But it's a good historical lesson to learn where you're from, because it helps build up your character as well, and also, what you're about at the end of the day. So once again, this is Jason J. Thank you guys for tuning in, and let's check out some more stuff. Here we are in beautiful Mombasa, taking a look at a tuk-tuk, a very great vehicle to utilize to get around. Say if an Uber is taken or a taxi is taken. A tuk-tuk, they actually have it in Dar es Salaam as well. I've been on it in Dar es Salaam, and I've also been on it in Mombasa. So here we are, a tuk-tuk, a very good vehicle, very fast, efficient, and good at what it does. So my friend over here, he's actually from Mombasa. He's a driver. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, my friend.
Good, good. How fast does the tuk-tuk go?
The tuk-tuk is 80 kilometers per hour.
Okay, okay. And how much people can it hold altogether?
Three.
Okay, three.
People.
Okay, 3 people altogether.
Yes.
Do you think it's easy to get in an accident or harder than a car with this?
And now there, it depends with the driver. You must be careful in the road. It's just like a car. You must be careful on the road. You use the rule, then accident no, because if you use the rule, yes, for the road.
Do you use the same road rules as a regular car, as a regular taxi?
Yes, we use everything. We use everything like this is that like just a taxi.
Okay, okay. How long have you been doing this?
I have been here for 10 years.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna go on a ride with my friend. What's your name, sir?
My name is Peter.
Peter, say hello to my friends in America.
Hello.
Okay.
Welcome, Kenya.
Yes, come to Kenya, Karibu.
Yes, hakuna matata.
Yes, no worries.
Yes,
All right, so we're gonna head on the tuk-tuk, and we're on our way now. Thank you.
Street analyst, no weed cannabis. Police analyst, master's degree, keep it lit like a candlestick. Manage the damaging. Our people scrambling, hates deep. Your own peeps can't see you stand to win. Pan-African from Brooklyn or beyond, no brunette or a blonde with the cracker looking on, pushing on for the best. We survivors in the flesh. Our genetics is a threat. Black power, intellect. In the depth of my soul, I'ma always reach goals. Deep holes, weak foes. We started from zero.